I think leaders are the ones that are asking good questions.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting across from my pastor when I was, 23, 24 years old. Hey, like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
And hardly anybody's asking that question.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this was a tough decision that you made. Can I ask, like, what was the reasoning behind that? And then he would explain it to me. And be like, okay, cool. And that's the end of that conversation.
Right.
But it's a nugget. Like, you remember these things.
Yeah.
Like,
this is the Atomic Souls podcast.
Conversation before.
Why are you yelling at me? It's like, I'm not yelling. You will know when I am yelling.
It'll be
But he says
very
it in that tone.
freaking obvious when I'm yelling. You will know.
Yeah. I'm not yelling.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Welcome. Who are you? What do you do?
All right. Hey, it's good to be here. I'm Trevor, pastor at Radical Church. Do some digital marketing on the side and loving this setup in here. Did some production stuff. We were just talking about that. And just happy to be here. So,
Awesome.
And I got 2 kiddos, Oakland and Tegan, 7 and 3. Wife, married for almost 10 years now.
Wow.
Coming up on 10.
10?
So yeah.
What
yeah.
year?
2016, and we got married in July
crazy.
23rd.
Okay.
So we're coming up on 10. Wife's trying to figure out what we're doing for it.
We're February 20th,
Are you really?
2016.
2016.
Let's go.
That's wild.
Let's go. Anniversary buddies there. That's awesome.
Funny.
Are y'all taking a trip?
We haven't even thought about that.
We were probably going to just get more tattoos.
There you go. There you go.
We usually get a tattoo every year.
Really?
We're like a few years behind. So maybe for the 10 year, we'll just catch up.
Yeah, we do
10 tattoos for 10 years?
Yeah.
Whoa.
we do a matching tattoo for our anniversary every year, but we're a couple years behind.
That's really cool.
Since we had Harley, we're a couple years back.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lindsay wants a new ring and a trip. I'm like, girl, maybe just one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, like, let's just pick. One of those 2 things might be okay,
Maybe
but
not both.
I am definitely more of the on the side of the trip.
Yeah.
She's on the side of the ring.
Yeah.
So we'll see where we end up.
So she'll get both.
Yeah, she's gonna get both. 100%.
Y'all
I'll be a
compromise.
pushover.
Yeah.
Compromise and give everybody.
Exactly. Happy wife, happy life. I suppose it is. It is true. It is true. So
It is. So did you always want to be a pastor with a side hobby of digital marketing?
it's funny. Like people always ask me, they're like, "Did you go to school to do marketing?" And I'm like, "No." I just kind of love that, but I mean, yeah, I guess the pastoral side of things has always kind of been there. I went to church ever since I was a kid, and my dad's not a pastor. My mom isn't. Nobody in my family is in ministry at all. All believers, but kind of like, yeah, we'll get to church sort of when we can, sort of family, The CEO Christians, Christmas, Easter only. And like my parents would go to church a lot more often than that, but the rest of my family is kind of a little bit more that way.
Yeah.
And so no, but my parents put me through private school. Christian school. My mom and dad, they sacrificed a whole lot for me to do that. I mean, it's expensive. It's not, it's not cheap.
Right.
And so being able to do that, my dad would work a couple of jobs.
Wow.
And just to try to make ends meet. And
Was that because you wanted to go to it, or
they just wanted that for me and my brother.
Nice.
And so that was really cool. And then I started playing music when I was pretty young. Okay. So I would sing a lot when I was a kid, and I would stand on my parents always tell this story of me when I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
I'd stand on the coffee table and The Lion King was playing, and I stood on the table butt naked. Oh, no. And I was like, I just can't wait to be king, and from that moment on, my parents are like, well, this kid's a ham. He's going to be on stage eventually someday. And now it's what I do for a living. I'm on stage week in and week out. So when I was 15 years old, I'd been playing guitar. I'd been singing. I've been writing songs as a young kid.
Were you the guy with the guitar at every church function?
Yeah, that was me. I was the guy on the college campus that brought my acoustic guitar, sit under the tree, trying to like get the girls to come hang out. You know what I'm saying? Even in high school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was playing. Oh my gosh, what is that
Unlocked
band?
Some memories.
Oh man, there's some of those like old like emo kind of like slightly
Reliant K.
Yes.
Okay.
What is that song? Oh my gosh.
Cutlass.
Yes, but even more so. Tonight's night will be fun. And Oh man, I can't remember it right now. Oh no. I would just play like these super emo songs sitting in the hallway at school and have like 4 or 5 girls around me. And I thought I was like the coolest dude ever.
So good.
You're like the most annoying guy ever. The most annoying. Not even like, yeah, kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I was the most annoying.
Yeah.
But like it really was a calling on my life.
Genuine for you.
Yeah, like legitimately, I love music
Yeah.
and I love playing. And so I did guitar and singing for a long time, and then I learned the other instruments just over the years. But then when I was 15, though, I wrote a song, and my pastor let me play it in front of the whole church, which is like, you know, a normal church setting. It's like, okay, a couple hundred people. We're talking like 5,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Like by myself on a stage, 15 years old. Never done something like this in my life.
They
I just
really
felt
liked you.
It was crazy. So I felt like God spoke to me and was like, hey, this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
While I was on the stage.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I went to Bible college after that and got hired at 19. Actually left college early and went online doing the rest of my school to do ministry. And so ended up preaching later on, but music was really the end for me. Okay. So singing and guitar and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So you were doing like worship leading?
Yeah. And then I would do like coffee shops and play like, you know, just your normal Coldplay or Switchfoot. That was my band, Switchfoot.
They're coming back. I saw like an ad for them. I was like, what the heck? Yeah.
Yeah.
Followed them on TikTok and I was like,
and they're like
reliving
old.
Life. Yeah. They're older.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I look at him like, John Foreman, dude, look at all those wrinkles. But like my guy, what a life he's lived for sure.
Because they were
and
like,
still going.
Right. And they were like probably like 20s when they were like going popular and we were all like in
I think they were
middle
like
school.
30s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God. They're old then.
Yeah. Yeah. I was so young. It's funny. Like my mom used to not let me listen to them because she thought it was like bad music for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the devil's music.
I know. And I was like, Mom, I look back and I'm like, how did you think that they were bad? They're obviously believers. Like every one of their songs has Christian undertones. Like, what are you talking about?
That's
And,
funny.
I don't know if y'all were like Pokemon households or not, or like
That was of the devil. No,
Yeah, see-
that and Harry Potter we're not allowed.
my
in
mom
house.
wasn't. My dad was totally cool
Really?
with it. So that was
Oh, my dad was very against it. He's like, that's the devil. It's little demons.
yeah. See my mom, the
witchcraft.
little pocket monsters.
Yeah.
They're gonna convert you to Satanism. It's like what? No.
Yeah.
My dad was super cool with it. My mom was not on board. So,
Yeah.
but I got a little Pokemon thing when I was a kid, and so you know, it's just funny how people think of stuff like that. But
It is.
anyway,
That's wild. So, worship leader, and then what transitioned you into pastor?
so I was doing the worship stuff for a while, for like middle school, high school, and college ministries. So not for like the whole church. Then I ended up getting hired in another church to be like the guy for the whole church, over all the adults and Sunday mornings and stuff. And that was really cool. That's kind of when I started in the production world too. Not a whole lot, but that's when social media was really getting big.
Yeah.
Like 2013, 2014, you know, Facebook had been out for a couple of years. Instagram was starting to pop off.
Yeah.
And I just really found a love for that. And so I started helping out with that side of things, ended up getting hired at another church in Oklahoma. And the job was creative pastor. So it was like doing the music side of things and also this, you know, the production side, the cameras, the interviews, the announcement videos, things like that, that you would play on a Sunday morning maybe.
Yeah.
Filming people's testimonies, you know, their stories, which is what a lot of what you guys do. Hey, tell us your story.
Right.
Doing a lot of this right here. And so then learning how to use cameras, production photography, graphic design kind of started there, learning how to do all that, Illustrator, Photoshop, and then Premiere came after that. So learning how to edit videos and do all that kind of stuff. So I learned all that YouTube University, basically, you know what I mean? Like how most of us, I feel like, learn.
Yeah.
You just figure it out, you know, like I didn't have any formal training. You know, and now I'm working with a marketing company that serves over 2,000 churches and, you know, being a part of that.
Yeah.
And people ask me like, how do you learn all this stuff? It's like YouTube, man. Like
it's easy.
There's unlimited information. If you really want to know, like you can go find it. It's there.
YouTube and Chat GPT now.
Yes.
Like, it's so easy. It's really annoying actually, because I'm like, man, where was this in college?
That would have been so helpful.
Yes.
How do you feel about people using Chat GPT for college? The professors are using it.
I know. Yeah, everyone's using it. I think if done right, like even like for here, I'll write policy and procedure. And so it's kind of like a good, for me, like an ADHD dump. I'm like, this is my idea. polish it up for me, and I don't want to waste time on like writing it formally. So I mean, there's good and bad with that too, because then like people aren't learning how to write formally. But do we need that? You know, can we be more? I feel like I can be more creative and have more time to like do things that I like want to do, rather than like, how do I write this email so I don't hurt someone's feelings? Like,
syntax is not really my forte.
Same.
Like I can do it, but like I just don't want to. There's no need for it.
Mine,
If you're writing some research paper or a dissertation, well then sure. But I am not.
Right.
So speed over perfection in my mind for a lot of things in life. So
I think I think the harm for that could potentially be that like the kids and the youth are not like slowing down and using their brains properly.
The street youths.
The youths. Which I think we could see like could be detrimental to society if they're not using their brains to like the full function, or it could free up space for them to be more creative and use their brains in a different way.
That's usually what I feel like happens is a new technology comes out, everybody hates on it. It's like, this is dumb. This is not good for society. I mean, people were ragging on seatbelts. You ever seen those videos?
No.
People rag on seatbelts back in like it was like the 70s or something like that.
Really?
And the drinking and driving stuff. It's like, what's the world coming to? I can't just have a nice cold beer without a seatbelt on my way home from work.
Can't have a beer and I got to put the seatbelt on. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, we're trying
so
to
normal now.
Exactly. It's like we're trying to save your life, you know?
Right.
Every piece of technology, it's like you either adapt and you just learn how to use it, or you become that old geezer that is just stuck in your ways.
The youths can't use their brain.
The youths. Oh my gosh. It's reminding me of New Girl, the Street Youths. You guys seen that?
Yes.
Oh man, it's a great show.
I love it.
Schmidt. Street Youths.
Yes. I like ChatGPT and Canva now too. I feel like is kind of turning into that for like production and like graphic design and stuff.
I hardly use Photoshop at all anymore.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because like a couple years ago, you would have got laughed at.
Yeah, I was against it at first.
Me
They're
too.
Like, we need to use Canva. And I was like, fuck Canva. No, that's for babies. Canva. Yeah.
You just don't know what you're doing.
Yes.
And now Canva they're really taking a lot of the market away from Photoshop and from Adobe.
Yeah, Adobe. So, I was like, you gotta use Adobe or like Procreate on the iPad. Yeah. I was like, you gotta know what you're doing. And then everyone's like, no, Canva's right. And I was like, whatever.
I still use Photoshop and Illustrator exclusively, but
wow, what a purist, am I right? This guy thinks he's better. Okay.
His quality though does look better, so there's like times and places for both.
It depends on what you're trying to do.
I
mean, like if I'm just trying to, for example, I make my own sermon slides.
Those
like
are
for
great,
Sunday.
by the way. Yeah,
thank you.
Very,
appreciate that.
Trendy.
So I try to make my own sermon slides. That's really easy. You just make a template in Canva and then you just drop the verses in, you drop the points in, bam, 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 bam,
easy.
Export fast. Okay. Photoshop, it would take a little bit longer to do.
Oh yeah. A lot longer.
So, but I mean, I used to do it for years on Photoshop. So it's like, I know the workflows for both of those things, but if I'm trying to be creative, like if I'm trying to literally bring something to life and create something from the ground up, more illustrative, more layers, different things like that, Photoshop's the way to go all day long.
We're usually doing like corporate ad placement. So I'm dealing with like 40 layers. And you have like different shadings and color placements and stuff like that. Yeah,
if you're messing with gradients and all that kind of stuff, Photoshop all
gradients
day long.
Are huge right now.
Yeah. It's big stuff.
What Mike does is more like higher level stuff for the marketing company, and then I'll just do like little social media clips or TikToks. Stuff like that. That's like
the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
It's more fun.
She'll ask me to QC her work and I'm like, I mean, if you want me to QC it, like this is not pixel perfect. This is not pixel perfect. Your alignment's off here. Your alignment's off there.
It's like, you know what? I didn't want.
Hey, you know what?
Never mind. Yeah. I didn't really want to know all that.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. She's like, okay, I don't care. And she'll post.
And then I'll QC his stuff. And I'm like, it could be better. And then he like takes it to heart.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I suck.
Yeah.
I know. That's kind of a tough thing in the creative world, being okay with
feedback.
Yeah. Being
Everyone
okay with
has
feedback
an
in not just the creative world, but in every area of your life.
Yeah.
Being okay with constructive criticism, with feedback, having a healthy feedback culture is really important. I think even in the church, like for my sermon,
I'm sure you get a lot of feedback.
And it's like, sometimes it's like, man, I didn't really like that.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Well, oh yeah. Absolutely.
I say it to your face.
I worry sometimes because I'll hit you up after a service, be like, hey man, that was really good or whatever. And then I'm like, there's probably 1,000 people doing this. I should just not bother them.
No, dude, it's cool.
Apparently, I tell them it's trash.
It makes
maybe that's just every
do it more actually. Yeah.
Every Sunday I'm just be like, trash.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I have a guy, his name's Ralph. He actually has a podcast as well. He's a really cool dude. And he'll put it in, he'll say when I have a nice sermon that he really likes.
Yeah.
He'll just text me bangers only. And so basically saying, hey, that's going into the bangers only folder.
Yeah.
Like that's an absolute banger. It was a good one.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like his way of saying, hey, I really like that one.
Yeah.
Like
awesome.
You're always good, but
That's
I
funny.
really like this one. So
There was
you text me anytime, man. I'm just as insecure as everybody else in life that,
Yeah. So one of the
I like it if I'm crying. So that's
well, hey, I'll watch for that then. If you're stone cold, then I'm like, man, I got to
This is not
step
him.
my game up. I got to step my game up.
So I had like a key, I don't know, like one of those key history moments or whatever. What do they call that? I don't
turning
know.
point.
Iconic moment for me when we first started doing this years ago. We were doing a group of musicians and everything. And at 10 o'clock, one of the people there, they would have an alarm on their phone, and it was for their daily affirmations. And like
The group was supposed to be from 6 to 8, and we'd always stay till like midnight.
We'd stay till like midnight just jamming. But we'd be in the middle of jamming, and when that alarm went off, everybody stopped what they were doing, and we gathered in a circle, and you went around, everybody would name 3 affirmations for themselves. And dude, I don't know why that was such a big deal for me, but I was like, this is amazing. Most people don't do this. And so now I'm like very conscientious about like, I need to tell somebody that they did a good job.
Positive feedback, because we're really good at efficiency and correction and like negative feedback and direction. And so we have to consciously give positive feedback. It's hard for us.
Yeah. And when you're giving so much, I don't want to say negative feedback. And I understand what you mean though. When you're giving the correction, you're giving the, constructive criticism, whatever you want to call it. If you don't have, it's like every time you do that, the way I've had it, heard it described before, is you're making a withdrawal.
Yeah.
And it's
give back to.
But you have to put in twice as much as you withdraw.
Yeah.
That's how I've heard it. You got to put 2 positive comments.
Yeah.
Constructive
shit sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of that, right? But even just being able to say constantly, hey, you're doing well. I love that. Reaffirming the good behavior, even with kids.
Yeah,
it's
a
so
basic
hard.
parenting skill. Yeah.
Like being able to say, like, you want to actually reward good behavior more than you punish bad behavior, which I feel like as a dad and as a man, it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I'm like, quit that crap, you stop that right now. And it's like, oh man. But if I can just give that positive feedback on a regular basis, then when you make that withdrawal, it doesn't hurt so bad. It's like, well, I know dad loves me.
Yeah.
Or I know my boss loves me.
Yeah.
I just got a text this morning from one of our employees at the church, one of our pastors, like, happy boss's day, like genuinely honored to be on this team. And I'm like, that makes my heart happy,
I was a little sad nobody said it to me yesterday.
I didn't know. I don't know these things.
What was yesterday?
An email from Tiff Streets that was like, boss's day, send your boss cookies. And I was like, I wonder if I'll get cookies.
Dude, I don't know all these days. There's so many days now.
I got a meme from Joel saying, Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
But yeah, there's like national or like admin day, like administrative professionals day. And I missed it one time.
Oh no.
My admin Jessica, and like everybody was like, Trevor, what are you doing?
Oh no.
You missed the admin day. And I was like, guys,
tell me.
I miss my own birthday. Like I miss every day. Like I'm too ADHD to remember all these days, man.
Yes.
You want me to remember it? Put it on my calendar. Like
right.
That's the only way I'm gonna remember this crap.
If y'all use Slack, there's some
we do.
apps you can install. There's like Billy Bot who does like birthdays.
Oh, that's cool.
There's some like HR stuff. Yeah. And it'll tell, like, everyone puts in their birthday, and then on their birthday it sends like a from the team happy birthday. So that's been helpful.
That.
Yeah.
We get them like cookies and cakes and stuff like that.
It helps me because then I'm like, oh shit, order cookies by 12 p.m. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Get them some.
But
cookies.
then he don't work here anymore. But we got one guy like 20 cookies.
And he didn't share them with
anybody. He didn't share them with anybody. He just took them home.
Dang, I didn't hear about this till like a month later when I was like putting him on a PIP. And people were like, yeah, you didn't share his birthday cookies. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, y'all gotta tell me these things. Like, that's important to culture
like,
here.
Yeah, it's like
kind of fucked up.
Those little things like that. That'll mess with people, man.
Yeah,
so
it's like how you tell someone, like, share your fucking birthday cookies. Like,
yeah, come on, man. We're all here, you know? Yeah, I know that stuff's really important. Those little culture, we call them culture keys at the church.
I like that.
We have we have 10 different statements that we have that, like, one of them's like, we get to do this.
Yeah, that's big.
You know, and that phrase gets abused.
Yeah, my dad said that a lot, and I've started to say it now because it's trying to instill it to my kid.
Yeah, but it's like, no, Daddy doesn't have to go to work.
Yeah,
like I get to go to work.
Yeah,
it's a blessing.
Yeah.
that I have a job.
Yeah,
you know, hey, remember this house that you live in every night, and this car that you have? It's because of this job. Like, you get these things because of this. So like, you know, and even just as far as Lindsay telling the kids, no, hey, Daddy, he gets to do this. Like, he gets to preach. He gets to go to work. It's a good thing for our family.
Yeah.
The way that we frame things is so important.
It is.
And we forget, you know? So even like another one, we fail forward. It's a culture key.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather you fail trying than fail to try.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're not trying, then we're going to have a conversation. But if you mess up and you were really trying and you were giving it all you got, then great. I'm not going to punish you for that.
Yeah.
Go out and learn from it. Try again. You know, keep going. But once again, that same little thing, I'm making a deposit there by saying, hey, good. That's awesome.
Job.
I want to reward that behavior publicly.
Yeah.
And then if there's something I need to correct, usually I try to do it privately, but publicly, I'm always going to give praise where I can. So
we're the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Praise public, correct in private.
Yeah.
For the most part, unless somebody does something like in a team meeting that's just very like out of pocket.
Yeah.
And then you have to
like that. Yeah.
you just have to address it right then and there, because if you don't address it in front of everybody, everybody's going to go out thinking that you're okay, but you're just letting it happen.
Yeah.
It's like culture is, I've heard it said this way too, but culture is more about what you allow than what you know.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was telling those the other staff. I was like, y'all got to, I didn't know he didn't share his cookies. Y'all got to tell me this, because if I don't know, I can't correct it. But if it happens in staff meeting, it's like, I can see it and observe it. And they're like, well, you just let it happen. I was like, I didn't know it happened. Y'all got to tell me things.
How many staff do y'all have at this point?
4 clinicians and 2 operations.
At Awkward. We have
and then
4 different companies. So
y'all do a lot.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff going on. A lot
of stuff.
How do y'all manage the tension and the balance between all those different things? Because I mean, I have 2 jobs. I have the church, and then I have the marketing stuff that I do as well. And then I have a couple things on the side, small little things. I wouldn't consider it a job really, but how do y'all manage all of that? Both of you working, you know, because it's luckily my wife's able to be at home with the kids and stuff, and she's super happy to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But with you guys both working all these different companies, how do y'all manage all that?
Yeah. First, the au pair helps because she's at home. It's like super flexible hours. So
that's really helpful.
She's
like
a necessity.
It's kind of like a stay-at-home mom, where it's like she's at home. You know, like she can start at 9:00 and we can head out. We've really set our schedule up too with having Harley really changed our whole perspective on like life and business. Because at first we were just work 12, 16-hour days and it was fine. Like we were like working together. It was like exciting. But then when I got pregnant and I couldn't do as much. I was very sick. And then having her, we both couldn't do as much. And so we had to really look at who was around us. And so we really like cleaned house and like shook the tree and said like, hey, if you're not with us, you're against us. So either get out or we're gonna fire you. So having the right people. And then we also at that time implemented a 9 to 5 for ourselves mostly. Staff, it's like they can still reach us, but since we started that for ourselves, it was like, all right, we got to clock out because we got to spend time with Harley and each other. And it's less, it was easy when it was just us to do like us time, but now it's like we have to like fight for it. So
yeah, there's really not a lot of time at the end of the day, you know, especially I don't know what her bedtime is, but I mean, my kids go to sleep 8 o'clock.
Yeah, she's 9 o'clock. She's
I mean, if you're getting off at 5:30, if you push that to 6, it's like you gotta have dinner, and then it's pretty much from there. Okay, we're winding down. You know, time for bed. It's like, golly, man. And on week in, week out, I guess that's somewhat normal, but being able to mentally clock out, I think is
that's what we have to do.
The more important thing. As an owner, it's hard to mentally clock out.
Yeah.
And because owners, as an owner, you are constantly on.
Yeah.
And you're always thinking about it, whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
So, I've had some jobs where I just kind of clocked in and clocked out. As a server in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Dude, when I'm done and I'm out for the day, I do not think about Applebee's anymore. I worked at Applebee's for a couple of years. You think I was thinking about Applebee's when I left? Heck no, man. The second I left that place, I was like, glad to be gone. Now I'm going to go live my life.
Right.
But when you're an owner, it is your life.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard sometimes.
The big thing for us was defining our lanes too. So it comes to team building. So we have the marketing agency that's led by Joel now. So we basically just take orders from Joel. That's not our lane to give the orders anymore.
Yeah.
And it had to be the right person that we could trust for that to be the case. And then, with like Atomic and Awkward, that's Rachel and Scott's lane. And so for the most part, I take orders from them. And then like we have Smart Fractional, it's a PE group. We have Jason and Steve that are heading that up now. So
I don't even do much with that.
She didn't do anything with it, but she owns half of it.
Silent.
That's fantastic though. That's a great place to be.
And ASP, I'm the same. I just network for it. I don't really do much. I'm just like a silent owner. Or I'll consult on stuff sometimes.
Yeah. And so I just kind of float between all of them and kind of fill the gaps. But having defined lanes was a really big deal.
Yeah.
I do more like operations and managing people. Mike's more like behind the scenes, higher level growth and finances. And then Scott's really good at, it was hard for me to give up the CEO title because I'm used to being in control.
Yeah, sure.
And Scott is really good at being in control too. So
Scott's a bulldog.
He's a bulldog and I can trust that he'll get shit done.
Yeah.
And so it's been helpful to have him partner up with us. And just like, and Joel's not a bulldog, but he also gets things done. And so it's nice to have them as CEOs and be like, I trust that y'all will do stuff and like actually care about where the company goes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And you just got to have people that are behind you and for you.
Understand and see the mission too.
Yeah, they get it.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Like I just hired a guy recently at the church, Alex. And
I like him.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Just a guy that
he did really good.
The second that I met him was like, dude, I feel like I've known you forever. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
Is that who did announcements last week?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He looks like 18 years old.
He's got a baby face.
Dude, he does.
He looks so young.
He does look really
good.
Young. I think he's like 28 or something like that.
He got there and he's like, I'm such and such pastor now. And I'm like,
that was your first time.
I'm like, this dude just got out of daycare.
No, he did really. He was one of your best people that you've had like speak when you were out.
Yeah, guest speak. Yeah, he does a great job. But it was one of those things that the second I met him, I was like, man, we're on the same page. Yeah. And he's happy to be here and super supportive. And, our whole staff is like that, which is great. But when you find those people, it's always like, yes,
we're on the same mission.
Another one to add into the, we're going the same direction. We're doing this together kind of a thing.
It's gold.
Not always fighting,
That's something that I'm always curious with because I have a background of doing a lot of church stuff too. And with church, everybody wants to participate at times, it seems like. So how do you manage that to where you allow people to participate, but also identify who's going to be a leadership role?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
you have a lot of, I want to say too, like you have a lot of leadership skills. Like how have you learned that as well? Like kind of with that, like.
Yeah. The first thing I would say is availability doesn't equal leadership.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are available.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think sometimes it's the opposite. A lot of people that are around, the reason, why are they around so much?
They got nothing to do.
Because they ain't doing anything in life. Because they're not accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to say that in like such a negative way, I suppose, but like if we're talking leadership, hey, if you're just around here constantly,
there's
it's
not
like
a motivation, a drive.
Yeah. Sometimes I actually, want to go after the people. The best leaders are the people sometimes that won't show up to the event that we have to help you be a leader.
Yeah.
Because why? Because they're busy. They're doing stuff, you know, like they ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
And so actually going out and finding leaders and personally inviting, being like, hey, listen, I'm going to sit down and have coffee with you.
Yeah.
And say, hey.
Headhunting.
Straight up recruiting. We need you. You know, you're a good leader. You have good skills. I've seen how you've led in your business. I've seen how you've led in the church. I see how you connect with certain people. And then you're just connecting their natural giftings to the mission and vision of what we're already trying to do. And so just because somebody's available doesn't make them a leader automatically. And in fact, you really have to fight against that. Because there's so many people raising their hand. And initially in church world, you're like, awesome.
Everybody help.
That's amazing. We have so many people that want to help. But like not everybody has the same leadership capacity and the same leadership giftings. And so many times I actually have to tell our staff and our team and even myself, no, like that's not the right person. Well, but they're here all the time. They're faithful. They're faithful. They're always here. That doesn't, I mean, yes, that means something. But that doesn't mean everything.
They
okay.
So something else.
Because your loyal sheep doesn't make you a shepherd.
That's a great way of putting it.
Really
absolutely. Hey, get this guy up there. I mean, you go preach anyway.
He always got one-liners.
That's a good one-liner right there, man. Man, I'm gonna steal that. You might hear that in a sermon one day. But for real, so that's that part. But then, how did I learn leadership stuff? Once again, I mean, I've been in leadership roles since I was, 16, 17, 18 years old. Like I've just always, I never asked for it. It's
I had
kind of
too,
annoying.
though, but I had to learn it like through, I don't know, maybe absorb things faster than I did. It took me a while to get it.
I don't know. I mean, I think I still feel like I don't know anything.
Self-reflection there.
Yeah, exactly.
It took me a while.
I still feel like I don't know anything. And it's weird. Every once in a while, something will come out of my mouth and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. I should write that down. Like, what in the world? Where did I learn that? And, but no, I've learned from many great pastors and many great leaders. I've learned from even just podcasts. I mean, I'm a constant learner. We were talking about books. I think before we started rolling, we were talking about some books that we love, and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is sitting right here. And, I like to read. I like to listen to podcasts. I'm definitely an audiobook guy. I don't really actually read anymore, which that's a whole other topic. Maybe that's bad for us. I don't know. But I'm driving a lot. And so I'm listening all the time to different things and just trying to apply it. And, but being in leadership for as long as I have, I suppose you just kind of learn things. And I ask questions. I think leaders are the ones that are asking good questions. I'm just sitting across from my pastor when I was, 23, 24 years old. Hey, like, why did you do that? And hardly anybody's asking that question. Like, hey, this was a tough decision that you made. Can I ask, like, what was the reasoning behind that? And then he would explain it to me. And be like, okay, cool. And that's the end of that conversation. But it's a nugget. Like you remember these things. Like you see, I would ask, hey, could I be in this meeting? I just want to see how you handle it. I won't say a word. And huge. Just sitting and observing other people that are better than me. And so,
that's awesome.
I don't know.
Not many people do that. Like even like self-reflection, I would have said some shit and tried to be a part of it. So like the observing and just being like present and aware and like, what are they doing? What makes them tick? That's a huge skill.
And then now it's cool because sometimes I'll bring my staff in and be like, hey, can just sit in here and listen. Watch. Just watch and see how I handle this. Which still feels really funny because it feels kind of like self-important. But it's like, I did that. I'm just trying to pass down the same thing that somebody else did for me, That's the only way you get better is by watching and learning, So
we did that with Joel originally. And now it's the reverse where Joel asked me like to join a meeting. He's like, I don't want you to participate though. Can you just not say anything?
Hey, listen, just shut up. All right.
Just
like,
be there.
But originally it was like, hey man, I want you to be in this meeting. He's like, well, what's the point? I was like, because I want you to observe how we do this. And now it's the reverse. I'm learning from him. Because he's gotten like he learned from me and then learned from a bunch of others, and now he's so far past me that I'm like, let me observe you, brother.
But that's amazing.
It tells a lot about someone if they can accept that. And their ego doesn't get in the way. Because he could have been like, fuck you, I own my own business too. Like and now I work for y'all. Like, I don't want to listen to y'all. And so I think it says a lot about people's character if they're able to like listen and like observe.
Yeah, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yes.
Yeah. My guy.
Yeah.
That's good. See, look, I got some one-liners too.
Yeah.
I got a few one-liners. But that's been a hard thing for me to learn over the years. And I think you guys are at that point now where you got some really smart people around you that like, and you really have to trust them because they're so smart. Yeah. It's like, hey, if I trust you and you turn around and stab me in the back, like it could be bad for me.
Oh, yeah.
But like, because I'm really giving you a lot of control and you could like really sink the ship. Yeah. And, but being able to have those people that you trust and that are smarter than you and can help you learn, but they're still learning from you, obviously. Yeah. Like, but we're just like, we're in this relationship where we can learn from one another. I think that's beautiful. It's like, I got stuff that you need, you got stuff that I need. Yeah. Let's just lift each other up and make this thing as best as it can be, whether it's business, church, parenting, life, all this stuff, you know? So
yeah, we've really been, I feel like I was telling someone the other day, I was like, I feel like I collect people. I've just been like collecting people over the last couple of years and just like having people that I can learn from, like different walks of life. Like you just said, like I can learn. Like I feel like the spots, particularly like with parenting.
Yes.
I love like
Kevin's one of my favorite people.
Hanging out with them.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite guys. I just had coffee with him this morning.
Yeah.
It's not even like Kevin's not.
They're just living life.
Kevin's not like he's not like a super loud individual. But it's just the way he carries himself and the way he parents and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, dude, I just want to be around you just so I can absorb some of that.
Oh yeah, just so wise as well. Like every time I get with that guy, I feel like I learn something. Yeah. You know? Got great stories. Military guy, of course. So he's got great stories as well. But
it's so funny how we met them, because we met them at the old church that we all went to pre-COVID at a young marrieds, no kids group. And now we all have kids. Like all the people in that group have like, they all have like 5 kids. We have one. But
you got to catch up, guys. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
One is perfect.
Hey,
don't mess with perfection.
No, I get you. We had our, it's funny. I had everybody says you have a plan and then God messes with the plan. And you can't really plan for this. You can't plan for that. Literally, I had a plan. I wanted to have a boy when I was 26. Yeah. And I wanted to have my girl when I was 30. And I kid you the heck not. No, I'm serious. My parents had me when they were 26. Yeah. And I've always liked that my dad was young. He could play basketball with me. And, it took a long time for me to beat him in like a foot race and stuff. I've always wanted to be that for my son. I want to have him early enough to where I can still cook him. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be able to like be 40, 45 and
keep him in his place.
And he's, exactly. And so literally we had Oakland when I was 26 and Tegan when I was 30. And I was like, we're done. God, thank you. This is it. Now Lindsay wants another one. I'm like, listen, that's not the plan. You know what I'm saying? We're in the middle of that conversation right now.
Our plan was no kids.
Your plan was no?
God, it was literally a God made her happen moment. And his mama is a direct line to God. She said, I've been praying for that. And I was like, Mama, we were not. So many weird things happened for her to be here. It was one time unprotected, TMI, but
I get it.
She was one of the first people that we called. We told her parents, and I think Mama was the next one. And she's like, I know y'all didn't want kids, but y'all just wrong. I've been praying to God if y'all's gonna have
a
one.
lot this year for that. Yeah. And like Blue Cross dropped my birth control. I had 5 appointments with the OB to like get on it that all got canceled or like rescheduled or double booked, and like I couldn't get in. And then one time,
it's like, oh man, there
wild.
It is. Yeah, there it is.
It was wild.
It's funny. We were trying to have another kid, and it'd been close to a year of trying. Yeah. It's like after that, it's like
they start to tell
something's
you to
up.
Look at something.
But like we've had one before, so like we know like we can have kids, but like what's going on. And so sure enough, there was Lindsay had a couple things that she had to take care of, and it's like right after that, it was like bam, immediate. I was like, okay, cool, that was it. So
that's awesome. That's actually pretty common that people struggle having the second kid.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Usually the first one's like, oh, easy, unplanned, like whatever. And the second one is what people struggle with.
Yeah. That is interesting. I wonder some of it might be, a little bit of it is probably just you're a little bit older, obviously like 3 years later. If you have your first kid when you're 30 and then you're like 34, 35, trying to have your next one, you know, you're not old by any means, but like it's different once you start getting 35 to 40 or whatever too. So
I feel like after if your first pregnancy also like changes your body and hormones so completely that I don't know if you recover from that ever.
Yeah, you just become sometimes a different person, not in a bad way, but like, I think have you ever done like the 16 personalities? Like, I think I'm like an ENFP or whatever.
I'm ESTJ.
That's all they talk about here.
Yeah, there we go. Great. Yeah.
There's a lot of that here.
No, dude, what am I saying? Of course I've done
type
this.
1 Enneagram.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. I think I'm a 7.
I was going to say 7.
Yeah, freaking yeah, dude. Party animal all day long. I think I'm a 7 is like a wing 2 or 3 or something like that. I can't remember.
Funny.
The one, whichever one was like more like the leadership.
When I'm a 1 is very like type A. When I'm thriving, I'm a 7. Just joyful.
Yeah, I am not a type A. What's 2 and 3 again? Can you remind me? Do you remember?
2 is like, can be codependent, very like relational.
Okay.
3 is kind of image focused and driven to like succeed.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's my wing.
I think I'm an 8, right?
He's an 8.
Yeah. I just constantly, I hear people like, you're being such an 8. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know. That's what
I have a lot of 8s around
I got
here.
that for the longest time. Like, oh, Trevor, being a 7 self. I'm like, the heck does that even mean? Finally, I was like, I guess I have to do this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of not knowing what these people are talking about.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm old school. I always did I did DISC and
the Myers-Briggs.
Yeah.
ESTJ, which is the frat boy one too, which is funny.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's not therapist one at all.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Frat boy therapist.
Yeah.
It's like Theo Vaughn being in here.
Literally.
Like, hey, tell me about your trauma. You know, it's like.
I went to the same school as him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like at the same time?
No, he's like 20 years older than me.
Yeah.
He's older?
He's late
like
40s.
40s. Like maybe 10 years still. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's late 40s.
I did not know that.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, he presents younger.
He does.
Just like his
he plays up
personality.
the, like,
and
Theo's been around for a while.
that's crazy. I did not know that. I guess now when you think about it, we just like picture his face. You're like, yeah, you're old. But like, but I can't really say that anymore. I'm 33, so I can't be saying that 40 is old, man. I can't be saying that crap anymore.
I just turned 36. So. He's 45. I just Googled it.
I'm in my Jesus era right now. That's why I tell people I'm 33. Yeah. So I've been telling people I'm either going to get crucified or canceled this year because I was like, this is it. Crucified or canceled. I'm 33.
I feel like, 33, I kind of had that same idea. I was like, oh, this feels important because this is Jesus's year.
I know.
And like nothing happened.
Is something going to happen?
Nothing.
Something big? No?
Charlie Kirk was 33, wasn't he?
Whoa, I know. That's crazy stuff, dude.
Crucified and canceled.
That is wild that me and him, I didn't realize we were the same age. So
I thought
that was a tough
he
one.
was younger.
Yeah.
I thought he was 20s.
Nope.
Yeah, that is crazy. I actually met a guy the other day that's coming to our church now that was like low key buddies with him.
Oh, cool.
And so he was, pretty beat up by the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's like, I actually knew him,
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's hard is, there's people that actually like really knew the guy,
Yeah.
And so all this conversation from everybody in the world right now, none of us knew him.
Right.
They're like, clips.
Right.
You don't really, really know somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you've done this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even this on the camera when they're not rolling.
Yeah.
And you're just hanging out talking. It's like, so it was interesting to hear his take and his conversation. He's like, it was hard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it impacted so many people who don't actually know him. And like Mike and Joel, they're like, that could be me, man. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was getting a lot of calls from people wanting to chat about it. They're like, I don't know how to process this. I'm like, I'm not a therapist, but we can chat.
Yeah. I mean, I got a ton of, just.
Yeah, it's scary.
Hey, what are you thinking about this? How are you feeling? Like, I'm not really sure what to think right now. And same deal though. I'm the same way. I'm also like trying to process it myself.
Yeah. Right.
What does this mean? For me or for our world, our nation and stuff like that. And the one thing I will say that has been such a positive coming out of it is there's been so many new people coming to church.
It's a revival.
It really
felt
is.
like that for years, but I feel like that was like a huge turning point.
Yeah, exactly. Bible sales are up by a ton, largely driven by Gen Z, young adults, high school and college kids.
Yeah.
There's revival happening on college campuses like Ohio State.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cheer for them in the championship, but when they won, I was like, I can't even be mad because they had this massive revival last year on their school campus. People getting baptized. They handed out like 10,000 Bibles. And it's the football players that were the ones leading it,
Really?
And it's so powerful. It's incredible. And
crazy.
so then to just see Christian music. I think Spotify said that the genre of Christian music has gone up by 30 to 40% in the last year or two.
Forrest Frank, Frank Forrest, and then there's the other guy that does like clean rap.
Well, there's Brandon Lake, there's Forrest Frank. Then you have these guys like Holvey. You have, there's so many others right now that are really doing a great job of bringing true good creativity into the Christian music space, which for a long time Christian music was just super bland and
so bland.
CCM kind of world is just kind of you put on K-Love and I grew up on it though. I grew up on
you can sing every word.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Come on, man. Like all of those old school songs.
One of my best concerts was Switchfoot and Reliant K opened for them before they were big. Or was it the other way? I don't know. One of those, but it was like...
It had to have been Reliant K opening because they were never that big like Switchfoot.
Yeah. Okay. No, Mute Math opened for Reliant K. Yeah.
I love Mute Math.
It was at the Sanger in New Orleans before it like got flooded and shit before Katrina.
Dang.
It was one of my top. And they were like nobody. Mute Math hadn't even been popular yet. They popped off the next year with one of their hits.
Reliant K was the only concert I ever walked out of because they were like making my ears bleed.
They were actually really
so
bad.
loud.
It was so loud.
It was actually not that great. They were actually in live not good.
Really?
Yeah, they do all their mixing like voices, but Mute Math was actually really good.
Oh, Mute Math is like they're
really
true like musicians for sure.
Yeah.
Skillet was pretty killer live too. Watching a drummer sing is insanity.
I think I saw 1,000 Foot Crutch one time.
Really?
And I think the lead singer, I don't even know his name, but he had broken his arm in like some skiing accident or whatever. And he was, I guess, known for like flipping off doing like a backflip off the bass drum, the kick drum.
Was that in Baton Rouge?
No,
Okay.
I mean, sure, he did it every time, but like, I know it was at Six Flags in San Antonio. It was like one of those ones where you go to Six Flags, all the Christians show up and ride the roller coasters and praise Jesus, So anyway, he still did it. Yeah. And we were like, like dude's got like a full cast. Like his arms like, and just full sends it off.
Dedication right there.
Great.
I mean, I was a fan after that. How are you not?
Yeah, kind of reminds me of the Newsboys. The drummer used to go and like spin in the air. The drum set, shit was wild. I saw that in Hammond.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Newsboys stuff recently though?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. Michael Tate. Yikes.
I haven't heard it.
Oh, dude, he was like abusing dudes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Underage dudes.
Yikes. For like years.
Yeah, it was like a thing.
He was just like laying hands on them.
He would like mentor these like young up and coming like musicians and then be like, touching them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad stuff, man.
And he like apologized, was like, I repent. And everyone's like, fuck you.
Yeah. It's like, It is really, it is
very
really
divisive because it's,
It's tough, man, when somebody
forgives him, but do I?
when somebody in a like big leadership position in the church world or Christian world falls, it affects me on a pretty deep level. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like there's been some pastors and stuff that I've really looked up to and they've, fallen from grace and fallen into sin. And it's really tough on me because I'm like, man, not only did I look up to you, but now this makes my job harder.
Yeah.
Because now nobody trusts.
Question you.
Yeah. Now everybody's going to question me a little bit more than they already do.
Yeah.
Like 50 years ago, pastors used to be the ones that people would go to for advice.
Right.
And they, the position of a pastor was looked up to.
Yeah.
It was thought of as a good thing. Yeah. Nowadays, it's skeptical. Like, people are very like, I don't know about you.
Live this? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And so we're already dealing with that in our culture right now. So the worst thing that could happen is a pastor going off the rails, doing something out of pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Now I have to deal with the consequences
Mark Driscoll,
Oh, yeah. I mean, Carl Lentz, when he had his thing and he's working through that. And
I really like Stephen Furtick, but I've been hearing like stuff about him that I'm like, I don't know what's true or not.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't know if
it's trolls on TikTok or what, but I'm
to be honest,
such a good message.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope he doesn't go down the rabbit hole.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. But that like kind of mentality is like something that didn't used to. Nobody used to think that way for the most part. Now, were there pastors failing? I mean, you're talking about Jimmy Swaggart and all that kind of stuff, whatever, and many others from then on. But like, obviously with TikTok and Instagram and social media, you just hear about it a lot more.
Yeah.
And the news is so inflammatory. It's like anytime, like Robert Morris recently, I don't know if y'all know about all that, him abusing this chick back in the 80s. And she was young and so he had said he repented from it and they had dealt with it, but apparently not. And, it's just really messy.
Yeah.
And so, it's really difficult because so many people in the world look up to him, and it's everywhere. It's all over the news. Whereas maybe 50, 60 years ago, it wasn't like that. It wasn't just spread everywhere.
Do you think it's to some degree a good thing though? Because biblically, the only people that get held to a higher account are the church officials.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it needs to happen. But it's also it can get messy real quick.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I think sometimes God would do that even with his people. You look at the Old Testament, there are times he would just clean house, and just, he'd let them go into slavery. All right, y'all want to try to do your own thing? Yeah. You want to be caught up in sin and not listen to me? Go for it.
I was laughing so much. Angelique and I were dying laughing because you were telling us how they were in the desert for 40 years and it would have taken 11 days.
Yeah.
Or something. We were like, what?
Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah, the trip is not that far.
You're being so bad. You got 40 years.
Yeah.
Should have taken 11 days.
It is not a far trip. If you look at a map, you're talking like the Red Sea. Egypt.
What are they doing for 40 years?
Egypt to Israel, right? To the promised land, to Canaan. It's not that far.
It's wild.
It is not that far.
Yeah.
But it's interesting too when you actually look at a map of these different places that they actually ended up, and you just imagine, it's so funny. It's just like a squiggly line, what I mean? You just got to think they're just man, just all exactly. They're just all over the place,
Who
man.
was leading that crew?
And it's like, where exactly are we going? I mean, they were just following the Lord, and he's just all around the desert.
It was like a generational thing too, though, right? Because
at some point,
basically you had to let that generation die out because it was no longer their inheritance to have.
Yep.
At some point, wouldn't someone be like, "Yo, let's go this way instead of that way"? We keep going that way.
They definitely tried to go their own way, and it's just never works out when we try to do our own thing and not God's way. Isn't that right? Sometimes it seems like it works out for a little bit, and then we're like, and that's why I should have listened to God. So it's happened to me a few times.
I said I would never own a business. I never wanted to do addiction treatment therapy. And here I am owning an addiction treatment center.
Sal was asking me about
4 businesses.
Sal was asking me about that the other day. He was like, why do y'all work in addiction? Y'all have no skin in the game. And I said, dude, that's a great question. I said, I think to us, this is like our mission. Like other people go on mission trips to Africa or wherever. Like our mission was people are suffering here. Why would we not just help them?
Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
I had like a God calling. I went to the Passion Conference every year in college. And my first year I heard Christine Kane speak. And she has the human trafficking recovery stuff in Australia. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to help people that have been human trafficked. And so I was like, literally called the advisor. I was like, I want to change my degree. Like, how do I be a counselor? So I just was thinking like trauma. And then quickly learned that was naive, that there's not drugs involved, and was like an idiot. And so my first job I was like, I'm not working with addicts. Like I was like literally said that out loud. And then my first job was on a detox unit when I got licensed, the only job I could find. And I was like, okay, God, I'm never telling you no again. And then the next one was, I'm never owning a private practice or a business. And then here we are.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
A cult following. And
it is so funny how that happens, like you tell God I'm not. So I kind of did the same thing with God when I was younger. I grew up in Austin, born in Round Rock, went to school in downtown Austin, in and out of the city my whole life, and then lived in Kyle. So basically just flipped from Round Rock, north side to the south side in Kyle. And but still all my friends kind of in and around Austin in different places. So anyway, I'm a UT fan through and through.
Really?
Like I am. No. What are you?
I went to Texas Tech for my master's. I was there though when Mahomes was there.
You were there when Mahomes was there? Okay.
It was a great season.
That's a great time to be a Tech fan.
He was there, yeah.
Pretty much any other time's bad.
Kingsbury. It was it was Cliff and Mahomes that whole 2 years.
We were a block away from the stadium too, so we could sit on the balcony and watch the football game.
We'd walk in because I had student tickets, so we'd just walk in and go see the. Yeah, so
it's a great time to be a Tech fan.
It was great.
But anyway, I'm a UT fan through and through. And so I told God, it's like, you know what? People always say that I'm never going to go to Africa.
Yeah.
And they end up in Africa. I said, well, God, I'm never going to Oklahoma because that's basically my Africa.
Yeah.
That would be a mission field for me. Ended up there for 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
So, and it was great.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh yeah. Never say never.
It was amazing. Yeah. Never say never. Well, then even planning the church and stuff and starting it, you're right in the middle of COVID. Like that was crazy. And
it's a big dream. Yeah.
It wasn't something that I told God no. It was just something that he really had to drill into me through multiple people, multiple times.
This is happening.
Yeah. And then even now it's kind of interesting. This morning I was at coffee talking to somebody from our church, a leader in our church. And she's kind of prophetic. Like she just hears from God.
Yeah, that's cool.
And she said, I really feel like you're going to start having more doors open up where people are going to ask you to be on different podcasts or be on like, it's crazy now.
You're like, I'm going to one.
Yeah, literally like be on podcasts or coaching people and having opportunities to share what you've learned on a larger scale.
Yeah.
And she's, I'm going to be praying for that. And
nice.
That you would remain solid even throughout all of that, not let pride get in your way or even just insecurity stop you from doing what God's calling you to do.
Both of those things are hard struggle.
Like I just told Mike right before this, like I've never wanted a podcast.
Yeah.
And like anytime if somebody asks me to be on a podcast, like I'll say yes, absolutely for sure. But even there's that little part of me is like, man, nobody cares what I have to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
Nobody gives a crap. Why would they, And so having to learn that, you know what? Like God's actually placed something inside of you, Rachel, and he's placed something inside of you, Mike, and inside of me that actually could be of benefit to other people.
Yeah.
Wow. Shocker, But we're just so naive to think that that I don't matter. My voice doesn't matter. And so many people end up thinking that way about themselves. And really, in reality, it's a lie of the enemy.
Right.
It's a lie of the devil trying to say that you don't matter. Your voice doesn't carry any weight to it. Yeah. When in reality, God uses people's voices all the time to literally set people free. Yeah. Like there's life and death. Power of life and death is in the tongue. Right. And I'm sure that you guys even talk about this sometimes in many counseling sessions. Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah. How many times? Hey, you got to stop speaking this stuff over yourself. Oh, yeah. You got to stop saying that you're this and you're that. No. Listen, like you're getting free from this stuff. Yeah. And you got to start saying that about yourself. Yeah. Even when it's not, to be honest, it's not even totally true yet. Yeah. But like you start speaking that stuff over you. The same thing with your kids. Like if you just tell your kids who they are right now, that's all they're ever going to be. Yeah. But you start calling out some gold in them, start speaking some life over your kids, then eventually they will step up. But people always fall to the lowest expectation you give them. Yeah. So if all you ever do is give them this low expectation, they're always going to fall down to it. But if you say, you know what, you're better than that. Yeah. Like you made this bad decision, but I know you're better than this. It seems like you did something bad, but you're not a bad kid. You're a good kid, right. And we're going to work towards that. And so then they rise up to the occasion. Shocker, So I think even that's a word for me, but that might be a word for you guys as well. Really, it's like, y'all's voice matters.
Mike is really good at speaking into people and into me especially, but I get nervous or like I get ego. And so I'm like, this year has been me trying to find that balance of like, just speak. And I've had some like associates that I'm supervising. And so they like hang on every word that I'm like, this seems so normal to me. And this might be something for you too. It's like, it just seems normal to me. Like, I don't feel like I'm a big presence to people, but really, I know a lot that I can give to people and I don't realize it because I'm always looking to do better. And so I don't realize how far I've come. And so like, I just don't speak that often. And Mike is like, no, you have good shit to say. And I'm like, I just get in my head that I'm just like not good because, people told me that I was bad. I've had really bad mentors. So,
oh, no.
Unlike yours, it sounds like you had good mentors.
I did.
I've had really bad ones that were like, you're trash. And I'm like, okay, I'm trash.
I believe you.
Yeah. So I'm doing work
exactly. And that proves the point.
Yeah.
That literally proves the point. So, but no, it took a whole lot of trial and error for sure. And I still feel like I'm trying and failing and getting better and learning every day. So
it's just saying yes, like saying yes to coming here to talk. It's like if that leader's praying for more opportunities like this, then it's like you're just saying yes, be open to it.
Yeah.
And just do it.
It's interesting. I've never asked for anything, and it is odd. There's a phrase that I say sometimes, just follow the favor. Wherever you find favor. I think I preached the other day about you don't know if a door is going to open for you unless you jiggle the doorknob.
Yeah, I like that one.
Like some people are just waiting for the door to fling open for them. Like, God,
you gotta try it first.
Do the door. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. Like you actually have to go up and
there's effort.
Is this thing open? Will. Yeah. Is it closed? Is it locked or is it open?
Yeah.
You have to participate in it, Yeah. But just following the favor. Like if somebody asks me to do something, I'll say yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go out of my way. And it's the same story. This is the story I always use is Jesus is talking and he's telling people, hey, don't put yourself at the head of the table, because when the master shows up and he's got a more distinguished guest than you that shows up, he's going to say, hey, you got to move and let this guy sit here. And then you have to end up going because all the other seats are taken. Yeah. You got to go all the way down to the end of the table, basically like where the servants would sit. And now you're shamed in front of everybody because you put yourself at the head of the table. So no, just sit yourself down there at the end in the first place. Right. And then when the master comes in and sees you all the way down at the end, he's like, hey man, what are you doing down there? Yeah. Like, come on, come sit up in here in front with me. Come on, I got a seat right here for you. Yeah. It's late. It's got a reserve sign for you. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, okay, sounds
Luke,
good. You know,
I just read that the other day. It's in Luke, I think.
Yeah, you come right up to the front. And now what does it say? Now you are. It's to your honor.
Raises you. Yeah.
In front of everybody.
Yeah.
And so I've always just taken the seat of, I don't want to say the seat of dishonor, but like I'll just take humility. The end. Yeah. And I'm just gonna sit at the end. Yeah. And if somebody wants to call me up to the front, I'm happy to be there.
Sure, yeah.
But I've never asked to be on a podcast. I've never asked to for a coaching, thing, or I've never asked to preach on a stage.
Yeah.
I've never asked for any of it. People have just been like, hey, you want to do this? I'm like, sure. Yeah. Yeah. And so I think even as we all grow in our giftings and leadership and stuff like that, as much as I can, I want to keep that posture.
Yeah.
Because the temptation then is, well, now I've gotten to this point and I'm used to this seat.
Yeah.
And now if I don't get this seat, now I'm upset with it. It's like, nah, dude, I don't want that. No. That's what I want to protect myself from. And as you grow in your leadership and grow in your giftings, it's like, still be okay sitting at the end.
Yeah.
And still be okay getting in the mud with people.
Yeah.
And like, just, I'm not better than anybody else, dude. I'm just learning like all y'all, you know what I'm saying? So
that's been a huge thing to learn. I did another different like personality test, and it was like astral projection. And it's based on your birthday, and it's like you're a I don't know, like it had some special word like projector or something. And it was like your key thing for you is to ask before speaking and like ask before giving, because like it's like you have a lot to give and a lot to like do, and you see and discern a lot. But not everyone wants to hear that. And so, and don't seek it out for yourself. So like ask to be on a don't ask to be on a podcast. Like, like wait until they are asking you, like, or ask, hey, can I do this? Can I say this to you?
Yeah.
And just like let it happen naturally. And if they don't ask you to be on their stuff, then they don't want you. Like, that's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. You're not going to be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a hard thing to learn too. I'm super people pleaser, so it's tough when people don't like me. I'm like, but I feel like I'm nice.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy, right?
Yeah.
Like we could all be friends here.
I have had
just like, no, I just don't like you. I'm like, oh, well, okay. I'm going to think about that for the next 2 weeks, but okay.
That's been hard for me this year because I've been like, I had no capacity for like bullshit. And so I've just had to be like, sorry, like my people pleasing. I'm like, I want people to like know that I like them. I just don't have time for like their bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not them, it's me.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It is kind of them, but
yeah. It's tough. I'm trying to figure out who to hang out with nowadays, being more selective.
Yeah.
And it's hard. as you say that people I'm collecting people. And to an extent you can do that for a while, and you have these people that you can lean on, but some people are just time suckers, and some people are just like, they just are very needy. I don't do well with like really needy people. They're like, I've had some friends in the past and stuff where it's like, hey, if you don't talk to me every day or every other day, like you're not a real friend. And I'm like, I have 2 children. I do not have time to barely talk to them in the day, much less you, sir or madam. So
it's kind of biblical too, right? Though, because Jesus had his disciples, but then he still had his inner circle inside of the disciples.
Yeah. My guy, yes, absolutely.
He's been listening to audio Bible.
There you go.
He's getting back into it.
My favorite part of like the Bible app, if you do the NIV one, it reads it to you. Guy sounds like Morgan Freeman. It's the best.
Does he?
I don't do the Bible app. I did an audiobook. What's the audiobook thing?
Audible.
Yeah, Audible.
Oh, okay, cool.
The way they do the credit system.
Characters.
I did a free month, and it gives you the credit to buy the books instead of like renting the books. And I just bought the Bible with my first credit.
There you go.
It's like the
pastor props.
It's the NIV, like I forgot what they call it. I'll have to look it up. But
There's like different voices.
Yeah, every character has a voice.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
The dramatized Bible.
The dramatized. Yeah, okay. So it's probably a similar one. My favorite one is
music and everything.
Yep. My favorite one is like the NIV one. This dude literally sounds like Morgan Freeman reading the Bible. I can't. I can't with it. Every time I hear it, it makes me so. He's like, in the beginning. Like I'm like, whoa, dude, I love this guy.
Morgan Freeman's voice is amazing.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not that good. So
I love that quote. He was God in Evan Almighty.
Oh yeah.
I say that quote all the time. Like, God doesn't give you patience. He gives you opportunities for patience.
That's a good.
Like, he says it in such a good way. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna try it. I can't do that.
It's really stuck with me.
Yeah, that's a good Bruce Almighty, Evan Almighty. It's a classic, absolute classic. When he's parting the soup, the Red Sea and the soup. Dude, Jim Carrey. What a baller.
So good.
Anyway, yeah.